It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. So for the Thunder, their last game, a win against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And that result, guys, was a real shock. It was just about as complete a dominant performance as we've seen them.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Durant, the 3, and Ibaka, the 4. Russell Westbrook out there with Mayer. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The Thunder shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
The 76ers off to a slow start. It's a 5-point game. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been in that game, at least when they had the ball.
Yeah, it was a mismatch. I mean, the defense from the start was on its heels practically the entire game.
Now Mayo following the three-point attempt by Freak. Mayo kicks to Jordan. Inside, Durant. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Jordan. Durant's got 5 points so far.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
The shot's good from Fitzgerald.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. Doris?
We talked about the impact players on these two teams, the ones who can take over a game single-handedly. And he told me that Michael Kidd-Gilchrist may already be in that category. He said he's a guy we've got to account for. He's just so relentless. If you're not ready to match his intensity level, he'll make you look bad. And Kevin, he said if they can limit his impact on the game, that will certainly help.
Thank you, Doris. And here's Westbrook, following the three-pointer by Freak.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Their last encounter was in Oklahoma City.
And, you know, you hate to use this word, but I really felt like it was a sorry effort that they put forth on the defensive side.
Oh, that's pretty harsh from you, Greg. But you're right. I mean, too many times we saw them slow to set up and get on D or late on their rotation. And they paid a big price for it.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Westbrook. That's 7 points for Kevin Durant. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Shepard, the pass to Fitzgerald. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Thunder have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Westbrook drives in. And Oklahoma with the block. Fast break Philadelphia. Here's Myers. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The 76ers shooting their first free throws here for the night.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Barnes checked in for the Thunder. Williams comes in for Russell Westbrook. Now here's Williams. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. And the basket good. 76ers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Shepard, the pass to Fitzgerald. Good on the three-point shot. Mr. Incredible's got 12 in the game.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now here's Williams. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
A minute 50 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Vaughn. Screen by Ibaka. Durant with a wide open look. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. 9 points in the game so far.
And that was a strong pick. Ammonia strong by Ibaka.
Pass to Fitzgerald. Fires from deep. Another three for Philadelphia.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard the 76ers coach as he addressed his team. He was intent on running the offense through Mr. Incredible. As we know, that's not a role he shies away from. They always lean on him to drive their offense, and Coach wants to lean on him again today. He wants them to also play at a very up-tempo pace, push the ball up the court as quickly as possible. That was his message. We'll be watching how these adjustments work. Kev, there's still a lot of time left in this game.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Here's Vaughn, following the basket by Freak. Knocks it loose. He's all alone. Here's Snell. Lays it in off the breakaway. Snell's got his first basket.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Now here's Durant, coming off a solid outing against Cleveland.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor.
There's the pass to Fitzgerald. The second chance effort. The shot is off. Jordan with some nice D. Williams kicks to Durant. Beyond the arc. Here's Jordan, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And honestly, guys, in real time, I couldn't.
And Kevin Durant, always in the gym, always working to improve. We asked him where that
comes from me being 8 years old and me just saying I wanted to be the best player. You know, first off, at 8 years old, you want to be the best player in your neighborhood, and that's where it comes from. Just always want to be the best, and no matter where I'm playing at. And
year-by-year improvements until he became the best player in the league and won an MVP. Now, the challenge, Greg, is to get back to that level after the injuries. Obviously, I think we all feel it is possible for him.
And you're absolutely right, Kevin. I mean, he's definitely proven in terms of the talent, the skill, and the athleticism. What we find out now after dealing with the adversity is does he have the heart and drive and that competitive spirit to be considered still among the very best.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is their passing. I mean, doing a nice job. Plenty of their points early on coming off assists.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Fitzgerald in at the 4 spot. He's out there with Tony Snell. Embiid is out there with Jeremy Lamb. And it's Shepard in at the point guard position. And it's Westbrook missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. The 76ers, number 1.
You really got to admire their conditioning. I mean, it takes a major commitment style, and they are all in.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Okafor's checked in, and it's Kid Gilchrist in for Tony Snell. To the paint. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Westbrook dishes to Mayo. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Puts one up from 19. Westbrook missing again. The 76ers leading by 10. Kid Gilchrist, the pass to Fitzgerald. It's good from long range.
Can't stop me.
Mr. Incredible's got a pair of triples in the second now for the 76ers. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Now the feed to Doug. Now the 76ers on the break. Oh! And he dunks it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact, straightforward call, simple.
The Thunder have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And the 76ers making a change here. Scott's checked in. A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. 76ers lead by 16. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, hey guys, great execution in the first half, but we still have a few things to talk about before we go back out there. Ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
Some fantastic numbers here for Mr. Incredible. 25 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is pouring it in from 3, guys. You know how much I love to see guys knocking down buckets.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Vaughn is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Jordan in at the center position. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Washington Wizards got down to business. He ended up with 53 points and was his usual self on the glass, grabbing just about any missed shot that came off the rim. It was a performance for the ages, and one that will have the whole league talking.
And thank you, Doris. It was a performance that has to have their upcoming opponents terrified.
Yeah, I think they'll be a little afraid. I mean, anybody who saw that game has to still be in awe of what he was able to do. Just absolutely dominant.
Boy, I tell you, he was in such a rhythm and on a roll. He could have won that game all by himself.
Poked loose.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Mr. Incredible's got 31 points. Thunder trailing by 20. Vaughn, the pass to Durant. Westbrook kicks to Ibaka. Rebound by Fitzgerald.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that ball.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
The 76ers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Michael Kid Gilchrist. At the line for
And he sinks the 2nd. Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Vaughn, the pass to Westbrook. Durant with it, picked up by Kid Gilchrist. Kicks to Westbrook. Outside.